Okay, great. I think we will get started, all right? Are you guys ready? If you are ready, put up there in the chat room. Let's get going because I don't want to, I always want to honor people's time. So once we say it's 8 o'clock, we will start 8 o'clock sharp, okay? So put up there in the chat room if you guys are ready, and then we will get going. Stay until the end because at the end, I want to, officially invite you for the launch of a new product. So I'm going to explain a little bit about the new product, which is going to be launched on Thursday, okay? So I think this is going to be a massive opportunity for our team. So stay tuned until the end of the presentation, okay? I'll give you some idea what is the new product all about. Okay, let's get going, okay? Let's get going. Thank you so much. Okay, all right, let's get going. Okay, guys, first of all, thank you so much, okay, for coming on board. Truly appreciate your presence here, okay? Let me see if everything okay. All right, great. Now, as usual, okay, this is our weekly global presentation where we share with you about JDXBOT. All right, now please understand, JDXBOT is a algo trading. All right, it's an algorithmic trading. So we are basically focusing on the crypto futures trading itself. Okay, so those of you who are part of this, you know how JDXBOT works, and I think recently you are starting to see we are putting in some improvement to to further improve the profitability and so on. And this week, all right, I think this week on Thursday, I will explain a lot more other improvement that we're going to implement. So I think today, high likely the Bitcoin maintenance. Will end. We will start the Bitcoin bot already. So that means that all the bot, will be going full swing 100%. And also we have introduced a partial profit taking, right? Yesterday we have introduced a partial profit taking for the hedging position. So that means that even now, even if you have a floating position now, you don't have to worry because while the position is floating, you will be still generating profit. Okay, so that is going to be really awesome because that can actually increase the profitability of our users and so on. Okay, so there are many other improvement that is underway because this is an algo trading, right? So it's 100% managed and controlled through the API, okay, through JDXBOT. Okay, so just take note of that. So so I would like to say thank you so much for coming on board. I truly appreciate your presence here today, okay? Now, to get started, I think it is important to make sure that our global team understand the structure of the company, right? I think this is the most important transparency. Every company should actually, explain so that the global users understand how this whole thing works, okay? So now, the name of the company is JD Wealth Maker. Okay, so please take note. So JD Wealth Maker is a financial technology, is a decentralized software development company. So what we are focusing is that we are focusing on decentralized financial technology. So it is not centralized. Centralized can be referred to the banking system, but we are basically doing opposite, okay, which is basically the decentralized finance. So we want to provide solutions, okay, innovative solutions that can give access to anyone in any part of the world. All right, they can be part, of this decentralized solution that we are offering. All right, so in doing that, okay, we have our first product, which is JDXBOT. So JDXBOT can be referred as the brand, the software or the strategy, okay? And JDXBOT is the brainchild of JD Wealth Maker. This is the first product that we have actually introduced, and this is an algo trading, all right, JDXBOT. Now, our mandate is very simple. We want to empower ordinary people to generate extraordinary income. So this is what we stand for at JD Wealth Maker. So every product that we want to bring in, we want to empower the ordinary people. Okay, so this is going to be important. And in order to do that, right, we have to give access to the ordinary people to make things simpler for them. And at some extent, we also have to consider those who don't really have a huge capital. Okay, so that's the reason why we are coming up with another product, which I'm going to explain to you at the end of the presentation. So stay tuned. All right. Now, JDXBOT is industry's first fully autonomous crypto algorithmic tactical futures trading bot. Okay, so please understand. Because of my experience, okay, many years since 2009 in the crypto space, and I'm involved with trading, all right? So what to say, involved in the futures trading and so on. So what we have done is that we have taken this expertise and experience throughout the years, and we have actually embedded into an algorithm. Okay, so we created a code, and now this solution is not only for those who are being part of my mentorship program. Now we can offer this solution, this automated solution, for anyone in any part of the world, and they can too actually connect the API, and experience this trading by themselves. Okay, so I think this is going to be awesome. Okay, so JDXBOT beta testing started 2 years ago. So that means that JDXBOT has been around for the past 2 years, and we have taken that 2 years from the beta testing to the soft launch to the pre-launch, and continuously improve, the capability of the product, the performance of the product, to where we are now, right? To where we are now, where we can actually start to see this product is, delivering significant performance and also bottom line profitability for our global users. Okay, so this is going to be very, very important. Now, please understand, JDXBOT is a third-party exchange API commission software as a service. So anyone who wants to be part of JDXBOT, they need to have an account with the exchanges. Okay, thereafter, they have to basically bind the API from the exchange with JDXBOT software, with JDXBOT. So in this manner, JDXBOT then will manage all their tradings 100% once their bot is activated. Okay, so this is how basically JDXBOT algo trading works. Okay, so this is I think is an awesome way of doing things. So in this manner, the bot can be fully autonomous, and the user don't really have to worry, and they leave all the management of that bot to JDXBOT. Okay, so this is important. Now, let's just take about 2 minutes, okay, to look into this intro video, just to have some macro perspective about JDXBOT itself.
In a world driven by possibilities, where financial freedom knows no boundaries, emerges an extraordinary solution. JDXBOT, industry-first, autopilot high-velocity algorithmic crypto trading strategy. JDXBOT is not just an ordinary trading bot. It's a game changer, designed to put you in the driver's seat of your financial future, embracing the power of digitization. With 100% control of your funds, you decide your destiny. Harness the power of automation, 100% hands-free. Zero trading background is required. Whether you're an experienced trader or completely new to the game, JDXBOT simplifies the journey. A proven winning strategy awaits, paving the way for boundless opportunities. Be it a bullish run or a bearish downturn, JDXBOT helps you thrive in any market condition. Trade 24/7, 365 days, whether you're in the heart of the city or at the edge of the world. A reliable and regulated trading platform, offering peace of mind. Crafted by an experienced real trader, a masterpiece of expertise. Embrace the most affordable strategy without compromising on excellence. Seamless onboarding process, start effortlessly. Our automated high-velocity crypto trading strategy operates on a powerful 100x throttle, delivering impressive speed and earnings. It monitors market volatility, identifies opportunities, and executes perfect entries to maximize profitability swiftly. At our core, we believe in the essence of velocity of earnings, the efficiency of earning as determined by the rate of return or speed of earnings. For us, wealth creation demands speed. Experience the game changer in the crypto industry, an incredible hands-free money printing machine, the JDXBOT.
Okay, all right. Do make sure get back to the person who actually invited you. All right, they can basically share you the link to this video. You can even get this link in the YouTube, all right? So do refer to those who have invited you, okay? Now let's quickly get through some of the unique advantages of JDXBOT. Now, first thing first is that I think this is the most important thing, all right? What we are doing here is that we do not want any of the users, to deposit their capital or their investment fund into the company. So what we have developed is that users will deposit their fund into their own exchange account. Okay, so that's where the trading fund will be actually used. So in this manner, this fund is 100% controlled by the users. I think this is a brilliant proposition, because so many people today, right, they want to control their fund, and for them to have the peace of mind, they want to know what is really happening with their fund, and if they can see their fund, they have they have the assurance that their fund is being managed properly and so on. Okay, so users have complete control over their fund, showing them allowing them to manage their investment independently. So in this manner, user decide the deposit, user decide the withdrawal, user decide the transfer that is taking place, and so on. Okay. Now, second thing is that it is 100% autopilot 24/7, 365 days. So the bot, because it is a crypto, right? So we run, the bot actually operates 24/7. So if you compare with the Forex market or even the centralized banking system, they only operate 5 days a week. So here you are basically have the potential to enjoy the performance of the bot, okay, 24/7. Okay, so this is important. Now, the next is 100% transparency of live trades and results at your fingertips. So once you have already actually registered for the exchanges, you will have the app, okay, with you. So with the app, you can actually monitor all the live trades that is taking place. And on top of that, right, the most important thing is that you are getting a third party unaltered data, trading analysis, and so on from the third party. Okay, so because JDXBot don't have access, okay, into your account, so what you are seeing there is an independent data, okay, and this data is not altered, it's not manipulated, and so on, and that gives you the assurance, right, to see how your bot is actually performing and so on. Okay, so that is important. Now, next, it has been tested and proven a winning strategy built by real expertise. So as I mentioned to you, right, because of my experience in trading since 2009, okay, and thereafter we have actually tested this bot, continuously, going through the stress test, right, since the beta testing, making sure that, all these issues, okay, that we are encountering is being rectified and the bot is being improved and optimized. Now, please understand, all right, if you are a trader, right, you must understand that the crypto market is dynamic, especially Bitcoin. So when you talk about the crypto market, it is dynamic. The price movement can be 10,000, can be 20,000, and so on. So things are different when it comes to crypto. There is no such thing as one setup, okay, or one algo meets everything. There is no way, right? So we have to continuously monitor the performance of the bot, and we have to continuously improve the way how the bot actually behave in accordance to the market conditions, and we have to build an algorithm that can match that market conditions. Okay, so this is I think this is a very challenging process, but yet this is a very, very exciting steps that we are taking to make sure that all the necessary optimization are done, tested, proven, so that we can actually build a winning strategy, a bot that can actually deliver consistent return, okay, for our users. Okay, so this is important. Now, the other thing is that it is safe, reliable, and compliance trading platform. So the platform that we are working with or partnering with is one of the reputable platform. Okay, so you need to make sure that you have the account with this platform, and once you have the account with the platform, then only you can actually sign up for JDXBOT, and then you can do the binding of your API with JDXBOT. Now, one of the most important thing when we talk about safety is always the safety of the fund. All right, so in the event if the exchange has been hacked, okay, or your fund is compromised and so on, Now, the beautiful thing is that there is a protections of fund, okay, in these exchanges that protects your fund, okay. So if anything happen, you can get back to them and they will give you one-to-one. So if you put $1,000, if it is proven that the exchange has been hacked, they will then actually reimburse you back that $1,000. Okay, so that is how the fund protection actually work, and you can read all these things, okay, in the exchanges where you're going to sign up later on, right? Now, the other important thing is at JD Wealth Maker, right? Our focus is always people, and as I mentioned to you, even if you look at our mandate, right, or our mission, we want to empower ordinary people to generate extraordinary income. So when we talk about empowering ordinary people, then we need to make sure that we give them the highest profit sharing in the industry with instant settlement of profit. Okay, so this is going to be important. So when we talk about the profit sharing, we have the profit sharing from the bot itself when the positions are closed. We also have one of the biggest referral commission sharing in the industry, which I'm going to guide you through and explain to you in detail very, very shortly. Okay. All right. Now, before you move on, right, I think it is very important to understand the ecosystem, right? The ecosystem and also the different elements that is involved in this ecosystem. Now, please understand that we have two important entities here, okay? The first entity is basically our official partner, which is the exchange. So the exchange that we are partnering with is none other than Bitget, all right? So Bitget is an exchange, so you need to first of all have an account, okay? Sign up an account with Bitget. And once you have signed up an account with Bitget, then only you can sign up an account with JDXBOT, and then you have to connect the API to JDXBOT so that your bot then, okay, will run on autopilot managed by JDXBOT 100%. So this is how the process or the ecosystem works, okay? Please understand that. So now, if we look into some of those important elements, right, involved in this ecosystem. For example, if we talk about Bitget, you need to sign up with Bitget, okay? So please understand, guys, don't ever sign up with JDXBOT if you don't sign up with Bitget. Because if you don't have a Bitget account, you cannot be part of JDXBOT, okay? So you have to do KYC, make sure KYC is approved, then only you can be part of JDXBOT. And then you can create the API and bind with JDXBOT. Okay. So now at JDXBOT, these are all the required elements that you have to abide if you want to be part of JDXBOT. So you have to sign up and thereafter perform the email verification and then proceed with 2FA authentication. And then only you have to purchase the strategy plan. So we have 3 strategy plan: USDT, USDC, and also BTC. So you can choose this strategy plan. I will explain to you later on how much will be the cost of the subscription of the strategy plan and so on. So once you have purchased the strategy plan, next will be to perform the API with Bitget. Can you see that? And then you need to fund your strategy wallet. So strategy wallet is where the profit sharing, okay, will be done, whereby whereby you have to make sure that you allocate certain fund for the profit sharing to take place. Now, as I mentioned to you earlier, right, we don't have access into your Bitget account. Since we don't have access into your Bitget account, your net profit will stay 100% in Bitget. But in your JDXBOT back office is where the deduction of the 30% or the deduction of the profit sharing will take place, okay? And this is what we call a strategy fees, all right, which I will explain to you later on, okay? So just take note of that. And thereafter, you have to fund your main futures account. So in Bitget, you have your main futures account. This is where you need to have the amount that is required for your bot to actually take the position or open the position. Okay, so if you don't have the minimum amount that is required, then your trade will not take place. Okay, and not only that you need to have a fund in your main futures account, you also need to have fund in your sub account. Okay, so you can see the main account and the sub account are Bitget, okay, in Bitget itself, which I will explain to you shortly how the main account and the sub account integrates and works together, because this is one of the most important wallet management strategy and risk management approach that JDXBOT has put in place in order to safeguard users' fund and also for the bot to perform at the most optimized conditions so that the bot can deliver highest profitability to our users. Okay, so once you have followed all these required activities, right, then only the bot will be activated. Actually, this process are automated. You only need to do this once. Once you have done it, that is it. You leave the rest to the bot and the bot will handle it. Your job is only to manage your fund. Okay, so once this is done, your bot will then be activated. So as I mentioned to you earlier, right, there are three strategies offered by JDXBOT. We have USDC, USDT, and also BTC strategy. Okay, so each of these strategy, you are going to earn the asset in that manner. Okay, USDC, you earn USDC, BTC, you earn BTC. So if you have missed out, okay, buying BTC, this is your opportunity. Okay, you can actually earn BTC and stake BTC by using JDXBOT. Okay, so please understand JDXBOT is a futures algo trading. All right, so we are doing an algorithmic trading. It's a cross margin mode. We have dual position hedge mode. So our strategy is always dual position. We don't have single position. Okay, and one of the important thing or the heartbeat of JDXBOT is the wallet management strategy between the main futures account and also the sub account. So I will share with you shortly how do we manage your main and the sub account. And we have auto DCAs and auto hedging. We have auto profit taking. We also have a smart contract strategy wallet. So this is where the 30% strategy fee will be deducted automatically, okay, instantly when the profit is generated. Please understand, okay, you're only going to pay the strategy fee when there is a profit. If there is no profit, you are not going to pay anything, all right? So that is how partnership works, okay? That is how a profit sharing partnership must work, all right? So we have live dashboard where you can view everything that is taking place with your bot, all the statistics. And please understand that all these things are 100% autopilot done for you, okay, by JDXBOT itself, okay? So this is just to give you a snapshot, okay, of the ecosystem and how does the different element, the entity and the element, okay, works together, okay? Now let's get to the heartbeat of JDXBOT, okay? Now, the heartbeat of JDXBOT, as most of you know me very well, the reason why our mentorship program, the reason why a lot of the manual trading that we are doing is successful is because of the wallet management strategy. Now, this is what I call a tactical strategy. Okay, a wallet management strategy is critical, and if a trader knows how to manage their wallet, okay, properly, they can win the war. All right. And please understand, those who follow me, you know that the way we trade is like we are entering into the war zone, right? We have the red army and we have the green army, right? So we have the red candle and the green candle. Okay. So these are armies in the battlefield. Okay. So when you are in the battlefield, you have to think about winning, right? And in order for you to win, the most important thing is having a winning strategy, and which is the tactical strategy. And that tactical strategy, a lot has to do with the management of the bullet or the ammunition when you enter into the war zone. Okay, so this is important. Okay, so now let me explain to you, okay, how JDXBOT employs a dynamic risk mitigation system and actively manages the interaction between users' main futures account and also the sub account in order to safeguard users' position. Okay, so now if you look into this, into this image, right, you can see that we have the main futures account and the sub account. Now, please understand that for each of the asset, okay, the minimum amount the user need to have is $200. So if you come in with a USDT strategy, you need $200 to be in your main futures account. That is the minimum amount. And your sub account must be 50% of your main futures account. That's the minimum requirement. Okay. So if you want to put in, instead of 50%, you want to put in 100%, 1-to-1 with your main, that is recommendable. Okay. Do that. Okay. Because the more fund you have allocated in your sub account, that will be much better in order to optimize your bot performance. Okay. But what I'm trying to say is that these are the ratio. Okay. $200, 50% of your sub account, that is $100. Okay, or else the bot will not get activated. All right, now let's look into how does this wallet management actually works. Okay, now first thing first is that we have the real-time monitoring in place. So how does these things work? JDXBOT algorithm will continuously monitor the main account base available balance. So in this example, right, I will use the base balance as $200. Okay, so that's the base balance. Some of you, you may want to deposit $1,000. So your base amount will be $1,000. If you put $1,000, your sub account will be 50% of that, which is $500. Okay, please take note. So now, the algo will monitor the main account base available balance and automatically replenish it from sub account with an amount equivalent to the dollar cost average DCA value. Okay, now let me explain to you. Let's take example of $200, right? So now when the position is open, and let's say, for example, there is a DCA, dollar cost averaging, taking place, and that dollar cost averaging used about $20. So that means now my main account, right, my main futures account balance has reduced from $200 to $180. So what will happen now? The sub account will recognize that $20, okay, has been reduced, right? So it will automatically replenish the $20 to maintain the main account always at the base available balance, which is $200. Can you see that? So this is a very, very important features of the management, that has been put in place, because by maintaining, right, by maintaining your main futures account, you can basically, okay, you can basically see an optimal bot performance. Okay, so this replenishment restores the available balance to the base available balance for optimal bot performance. Okay, so this is critical. So that's the reason why the more fund you have in your sub account, the better it is, because then your bot will be more optimized, for the performance. Okay. Now, the other important thing is the cycle and normalization. Now, once all strategy positions are fully closed, okay, fully closed here means we close in profit. We never close any position in losses. Please take note. Okay, no, okay, that is not our policy. If there is, it could be due to other unforeseen or technical glitches and so on. But intentionally, JDXBOT never closes any position in losses, okay, because we are using cross margin mode. Okay, please take note. So once all trading positions are fully closed, the replenished funds are automatically returned to the sub account, preparing for the next trading cycle without requiring manual intervention. So if, example, right, I use $20, so the replenish $20, that $20 will return back into the sub account. So you do not need to worry. So every cycle, right, every cycle will be normalized before the next cycle starts. Okay, so once the bot closes, all the position closes, there is always a 5 minutes gap. Okay, a 5 minutes gap, okay, for the cycle to normalize. So during this gap, user may want to top up their main account and sub account and so on, right? That is up to the user. So if you start with the $200 and later on, when the 5 minutes, the bot stops before the next cycle, you top up to $1,000. Now $1,000 will be your base amount. Can you see that? So this is how it works. So the algorithm will check on every cycle when the bot stops what is your base available balance and what is your sub account available balance, and then only the bot will restart once again. And sometimes during that 5 minutes, right, the bot may not restart because the market condition doesn't meet. So then the bot will wait much longer. Okay, so I hope you understand how this whole thing works. Okay, now the other important thing is the fallback protocol. Okay, now if the sub account lacks sufficient balance for replenishment, JDXBOT will switch to using the main account balance for continued DCA operation. So in the event, right, let's say that you only have 50%, right? 50%, which is $100 in your sub account. And in the event the market go against you and the DCA is taking place, right? So when the DCA is taking place, it will consume your sub account. So if your sub account is depleted, you do not need to worry because now it will switch automatically to use the main account. Can you see that? Because we have to make sure that that the DCA operation continues while maintaining all the specification that is required for the bot to deliver optimal results. Okay. Now, the other important thing is that critical alert. Okay. So now, in the event the main account balance drop to 50% of the highest available balance, a critical alert email will be sent to notify user to top up their sub account. So now when we start to use your main account, we will use that main account until it drops to 50% of your available balance, right? So in this manner, right, once it dropped to 50% or you have 50% and below, okay, we will then send you the critical alert email. So why are we doing at 50%? Why we don't want to do at 20 or 10%? Because the earlier we actually update you or send you an alert, the better it is, so you can start to prepare additional funds. So that additional fund, you can start to top up your sub account. Now, please understand, when you top up the sub account, the main account will check your sub account. So when the main account when the sub account check your main account and sees there is when the main account check your sub account and see there is a fund available, it will then top up your main account automatically until it reaches above 50%. Then it will stop. Okay, so this is how the algorithm has been designed in such a way, such an intelligent way, so that this risk mitigation system, all right, continuously taking place to maintain the bot performance. Now, this prompt helps avoid liquidation and keep users bot running smoothly. Now, please understand, some user may say, okay, if I don't respond, I only have the 50% of fund, what will happen? If you don't respond, JDXBOT will continue to consume your available balance until at one point you may be receiving a margin call email from Bitget Exchange itself, letting you know that now your position is at critical level and you can get liquidated. So please understand, okay, so far, right, for the past many months, we have never had this scenario take place because of this wallet management strategy that is in place. Okay, so as long as you respond to the critical alert trigger, everything will be in order. But to add, okay, I think it was very it is probably, I think so far we don't have any critical alert trigger yet, okay, that comes to the users, right? So this is, I think, is good to know, because then you know that this wallet management strategy works very well. Okay, now the benefit, right, you can see autonomous balance regulation. So this ensures stable hedging ratio, consistent performance, and reduced liquidation risk through intelligent fund movement and integration between the main and also the sub account. Okay, and I think the most important thing, because this is an autonomous autopilot, right? So when we say it's autopilot, we always talk about hands-free, worry-free, and 100% autopilot, right? So it is designed for a fully automated experience, no manual intervention, and so on. So that's the reason why, right? Sometimes we encourage our user to keep more fund in their sub account. So especially, right, if you are busy, you always attend to meetings or you travel, it's always good that you have maybe 2 or 3 times. Okay, if you put $200, you might want to keep $200 or $300 in your sub account, so that you do not need to worry about receiving critical alerts, emails, and so on. Please understand, we don't know, right, the condition of the market. Sometimes Bitcoin price can move 20 or 30,000 in an hour. All right, anything is possible, right? Because of the institutionalized, because of the ETF, because of the of the manipulation that is taking place in the market and so on. Okay, so please understand this very, very clearly. Okay, those days Bitcoin only moved $1,000 or $2,000. Now Bitcoin can move $5,000 or $10,000 in an hour. Okay, because previously it was only P2P. Now it is institutions. Okay, so things are completely different in terms of the liquidation, in terms of the liquidity, and also the momentum, and the frequency of the fund movement in the markets and so on. Okay, so this is important, and this is the reason why this wallet management strategy plays a very, very significant role. All right, now let's come to the most important questions, right? So what is the initial startup cost? Now let me break it down, okay, for you one by one, so that you understand, and also you are prepared, okay, so you can prepare the fund that is needed for you to be part of JDXBOT. Now, first thing first, you need to purchase the strategy plan. Okay, as I mentioned to you, we have 3 strategy plan: USDT, USDC, and BTC. Now, each of these strategy plan is $100, but if you purchase all the 3 at once, you only have to pay $250 for these 3 strategies. Okay, so it is so you will enjoy 12 plus 1 month, so which is total of 13 months when you purchase for the first time. Okay, now the second fund allocation is the fund for your main futures account. So here, please understand, as I mentioned to you, every asset that you purchase or strategy, right, you need to allocate $200 minimum. So if you purchase USDT strategy, then $200. If you purchase USDC, $200, and BTC, so total is $600. Okay, take note of that. Now, next, you also need the sub account, right? As I mentioned to you, this is important for the wallet management. So sub account recommended, okay, is 50% of your main futures account. So if your main futures account, you purchase one strategy, $200, your sub account will be $100. Okay. Now, and last but not least, you also need to fund the strategy wallet. So this is where the profit sharing will be deducted. Okay, the 30% profit sharing will be deducted every time the bot closes in profit. Now, for the bot activation, you need to make sure there are $30 or more. Okay, this is the first time activation. Thereafter, you might have to maintain, 20 or 30% a month based on the profit that you are generating, right? So please take note of that. So now, let's look into the cost breakdown. So if you purchase only one strategy, you will have to pay $100, $200 for your futures account, and then for the sub account is $100, and the activation of the strategy wallet will be $30. So the total amount, okay, for one strategy, you may have to allocate around $430 or $450. Okay. Now, if you go for 2 strategies, then the total amount will be $810. So, but if you go for all the 3 strategies, which we normally highly recommend, okay, our users to do, the reason is that very simple, guys. If you have 3 strategies, please understand 3 different assets have 3 different liquidity in the market. So you don't know, okay, which bot will be opening the position, because it depends on the market conditions, right? If the market, if that day, let's say USDT, there is no momentum, you might not see USDT opening any position. So if you only buy one strategy, high likely, right, you may not see position open for your strategy. But if you have all the 3 strategies, then you might see other strategies are open and so on. And on top of that, right, if there is a maintenance and so on, right, we may stop one bot to do the maintenance, whereas the 2 bots are still running. So if you have only one bot, if that one bot is under maintenance, then you might not actually see the results, right? So that's the reason why, right? Always diversify. So that's the reason why we have all the 3 strategies: USDT, USDC, and BTC in place for you. Okay, so just take note of that. So if you go for all the 3 strategies, then the total budget, okay, the total startup cost, you have to allocate around 1,120. Okay, now along the way, right, you may want to increase the funding of your futures account. You can do that, but every time you increase your futures account funding, you also have to make sure that you increase your sub account, okay, because the sub account always follows 50% of the main account. Okay, I hope this is clear, and I hope, right, with this insight, I think we are making things very transparent for our users, right? So with this insight, at least, right, you can start to plan and make the necessary, preparation towards becoming part of JDXBOT algo trading, right? Okay, now this is, as I mentioned to you, right? This is how the profit sharing takes place. So every time the bot closes a position, there will be a 70-30 split. 70% goes to our partner and the 30% goes for the strategy fee, right? Now, please understand the 70% here is not the total profit. It's actually the net profit after deduction of all the costs, okay? After deducting the realized after deducting all the realized causes and so on, then we will arrive, okay, to the realized profit. That realized profit is then shared 70-30. So this is a huge, okay, when you talk about net profit, this is considered huge in the market, because a lot of other companies or platforms, what they do, they take that net profit and they further divide 50% for the sharing, right? We don't do that, okay? What we do is that we take the realized profit and we split 70-30. All right, please take note. Okay, now the other important insight is also, as I mentioned earlier, right, that we are very generous when come to the referral bonus program. So here you can enjoy unlimited, okay, lifetime 2 years referral, benefit, okay. So the total referral bonus, okay, given to the users is 30% on any purchases of the strategy and upon each renewal, right? So level 1, you will enjoy 20%. So anyone that you introduce under you will enjoy 20%. So if they come in, if they acquire a $250 strategy, you will immediately be credited with $50 in your back office, okay? So just imagine, right? If you have 10 people under you, you already have $500 immediately, right? And you can actually withdraw that. You don't have to wait, okay, for 48 hours and so on, okay? You can submit for withdrawal and almost instantly that amount, okay, will be in your external wallet, and then you can use that to even fund your strategy or whatever, so, right? So you can plan whatever you want to. Now, the second tier, right, you enjoy another 10%. So you can imagine, right, apart from just getting the $50 from the 250, if your second level also acquired 250, you enjoy another $25. That is a total of $75, right? Just from level 1 and level 2 itself, okay? So just imagine if you have 100 people directly under you, every year when they renew, you are going to enjoy $5,000. Okay, that will be a massive bonus, right? Every single year, if they continue to renew, I think that will be really awesome. Okay, so this is basically the referral bonus program. So if you are someone and you are interested to share JDXBOT, then take advantage, okay, of this opportunity. Now to make your next profitable move is very simple. Okay, all that you need to do is to sign up. So remember, as I mentioned to you earlier, right, you need to sign up with BitGet. You also need to sign up with JDXBOT. And then after, you have to connect, okay, connect the bot, okay, connect the bot with the exchanges. So you have to create an API in BitGet, and then you have to bind your API with JDXBOT. And finally, once you have done that, everything is, meets the requirement. All right. So because our algorithm will check once everything meets the requirement automatically, right? Your bot will be activated, and that is it. Okay. Everything will be done autonomously for you. Okay. Now, please understand, right? This process is only once. So you don't have to worry, because we have also provided the resources that is necessary. Okay, so if you log in into jdxbot.com, okay, get back to the person who introduced you. All right, you can log in into JDXBot back office, and if you look at the top right, getting started, so you have the getting started checkpoints and the getting started guide. Now, this is the two very most important document that you need in order for you to get started. Okay. Now the getting started checkpoint, there are 13 checkpoint. Okay, 13 checkpoint from sign up, and all those information will be there. And for every single step, how to go about it. Okay, step by step, you can download the getting started guide. Okay, I think so far I have to congratulate every new user that are onboarding. I think they don't have any problem, right? I didn't hear so much problem. They are doing well. I believe high likely also because the upline has been helping them, throughout the whole process. Okay, so take your time, all right? Don't rush. Take your time. Go through one by one so that you don't waste your time. Because when there is a problem and you send a ticket to the support, you might need to wait 24 to 48 hours. But if you take your time diligently, go through the step by step. And if you don't understand, you refer to the person who introduced you, then I don't think so you will have any problem. Okay, your bot will be activated very, very fast. Okay, so do check those resource center. Okay, those resources that is available there. Okay, now the other important thing, just take note. Okay, we every month, okay, we actually have two types of meetings here, right? One is a weekly meeting, which is on Tuesday, what we are doing today. So every single Tuesday, this is where I explain about JDXBOT, okay, business models, how the strategy works, and so on. So if you have someone new and they want to understand about JDXBOT, then Tuesday is the place. Okay, bring them so that they can understand. Now, if you're already part of JDXBOT, or if you are new and you want to get to know a little bit more information, but more technically, then we have our AMA session. So the AMA session are more technical. Okay, so this is where there are different questions, okay, about the bot performance, bot technicality, and so on. So we have an AMA session every fortnightly, which is 2 weeks once on the first and the third week, okay, every Thursday. Third week of Thursday, okay, the first week and the third week, okay, please understand, 2 weeks once, okay. So the first AMA session for this month will be this week, this coming Thursday, all right. So I want to invite each and every one of you, try to make your time to be part of the AMA session, because this coming AMA session will be slightly different, because I want to also introduce a new product, right, a new product. So that will be on the 5th of June, 2025 at 8 p.m. Right? Now, as all of you are aware of, right, we have one of the best products probably in the industry, which is JDXBOT. So JDXBOT is a sole proprietary technology, which is developed from scratch, okay, by JD Wealth Maker, our technical team, right, using my strategy, right. So JDXBOT is the algo trading. Please understand that. This is an algorithmic trading, and JDXBOT is an API, solution based. Okay, so you need to connect your API in order to get your bot, connected and so on. Okay, so now this coming Thursday, I am going to share with you a new brand or a new product that we will be introducing, which is JDX Copy Master. All right. Now, JDX Copy Master is a copy trading. All right, copy trading. Now, both, if you are already part of BitGet, then you got no problem, because the copy trading will be using BitGet platform, and you can straight away connect. So our existing JDXBOT users can have another source of income, which is the copy trading. So they can immediately connect to the copy trading. You don't have to worry about your fund getting mixed and so on, because the copy trading have their own copy trading, copy center management, and so on. Okay, which I will explain on Thursday. But if you are new, right? If you are new and you are thinking that, hey, JDXBOT, the cost is a bit on the high side, and I may want to try something that is, more reasonable or a little bit more cheaper, then you may want to try the copy trading and try the copy trading, and then build your capital before you add JDXBOT into your portfolio. So both of these will be made available to our partners, but all our JDXBOT, right, I think there is no problem for you, because you can immediately connect to the copy master and even start to make money from the copy master. Now, please understand, The JDXBOT is an algo, right? It requires API. Copy trading, no API required. Okay, and you will be basically mirroring my trade. So it's a manual trade. Okay, now please understand. Okay, manual trade and an algo trade is completely different. An algo can run 24/7. A manual trade may not run 24/7. Okay, I may only take the trade when the condition is right, when I think it's the right time for me to take the trade. Okay, so everyone who join the copy trading, they will mirror my trade 100%. Okay, so that's how it works. Okay, those who join the JDXBOT algo trading, then you will follow the algorithmic programming, right? That is based on the API. Okay, so this is I think going to be a brilliant a complementary, okay, to JDXBOT, and I believe this is going to definitely empower ordinary people to generate extraordinary income. So more information about the startup cost, how much is it, how can I immediately get myself connected and so on. Everything will be explained on Thursday. Okay, I don't want to disappoint you today, right? I don't want to make you too excited today. Wait until Thursday, because we have currently about 12 to 13 private partners that are testing the copy master. Okay, so while they are testing, I'm also looking into improving the copy tradings and so on. So once the test is complete, then on Thursday, right, we will be officially launching JDX Copy Master and provide another another stream of income, okay, to our users. Okay, I hope you are happy. Okay, if you are happy, put up there in the chat room. I think this is going to be a brilliant product for our users. So I will explain in detail this coming Thursday. Okay, please take note of that. So with this information, right, I hope this whole explanation gives you a complete understanding and insight into JDXBOT, how JDXBOT works, our ecosystem, what makes our strategy so reliable that we don't get liquidated, right? Those wallet management, and what is the what are those processes to get started and so on, and also the startup costs and so on. So I hope that is clear, okay? And you can start to make the decision, okay? Get back to the person who have introduced you, speak to them, discuss with them, how to go about it and so on, okay? So I hope that you are blessed with this insight and this information. I would like to say thank you so much. All right, before I open up, this session for any questions and so on. All right, if there is, do let me know. Let me just check. Okay, great. Okay, awesome. So, if you are already part of JDXBOT, do look forward for a direct message from me. Okay, in the private Telegram group on becoming the tester for the copy trade. Okay, so just take note of that. I just want to let you guys know because I think we already have a few already started to actually, and their bot already running, right? Their copy trading already running. So if you have not received a message from me, just hang on there. Okay. Okay, so that would be awesome. Okay, any questions before we adjourn the meeting today? Yes, yes, Albong, please unmute yourself. From Paris, I think high likely is traveling, right?
Yeah, Dr. Gonzalez, you can hear me?
Yes, yes, yes. Go ahead.
All right. Good day, morning, evening, afternoon, wherever we are, team. Doctor, really appreciate this manual copy trade that you are bringing up. At least it's going to really help a lot of us also on both sides. And also thank you for the partial profit taking from the JDXBOT. That would be that is lovely. This, even while floating, we'll still have a profit from it. We really appreciate what you are doing. Please stay focused. No distraction. We are solidly behind you. We are supporting you because this is about humanity, and it's not easy. It's not easy doing this. So we really, really appreciate what you are doing, and within our reach, we'll try whatever we can to give you all the support that you need. Okay, we'll try as much as possible to give you all the support that you need. We really appreciate. Just to tell you that we really, really appreciate what you are doing. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you.
Okay, appreciate that, Obong. Truly appreciate. I think wherever he is, right, he's trying to his best to actually join the Zoom session, which is really awesome. And Obong is also one of the private tester who is testing the copy master. But also please understand that I think the JDXBOT users are very glad, right, because of the because I promise, right, that I want to improve the revenue, right? I want to improve the yield of the bot. So one way to improve the yield of the bot is to take advantage the floating. So because we have a dual hedge position, right? So we have the main position and we have the hedging position. So while the main position is floating, we can take profit from the hedging position. Okay, so this is what the technical team has been actually putting all those code in place, and it has taken us some time to test everything because we also want to prevent any kind of unfortunate, technical glitches and so on. That is really important, okay? So that's the reason why we have taken some time. But this is one of my promise, right? Because I say that I want to find a way how to increase the yield. And also this is a powerful compensation strategy, right? For our team, okay? So this is the reason why. So I think last night, okay, the partial profit already started for USDT and USDC, okay? So high likely today we will start the BTC bot, and also the partial profit will come in for the BTC bot. So that means all the three bots, okay, all the three bots will have all the major improvement that we have actually put in. Okay, now some of you might be confused, right, thinking that wow, it is improving and improving and improving. Please understand, okay, one of the most important aspects when come to bots, is always about continuous improvement. Any company that stop improving, that means, right, they are stop growing. So even as an individual, if you stop improving, you stop growing. So you have to continuously improve, right? And you know what? This is amazing, right? Because I never thought, and our technical team sometimes also never thought that there are another phase that we can improve. There are another 10x that we can actually do. Can you see that? If you continuously finding the way to improve, God will always show you certain areas that you need to improve. Okay, so that is the behavior or the attitude that we have at JD Wealth Maker, where we want to continuously improve the bot. Okay, so that is so. So if you are not happy, we are continuously improving, and you think it's a disruption and so on, then you might have to find another opportunities, another platform. Okay, I want to make sure that is clear. So here we continuously have to improve because the trading industry is evolving. Okay, especially Bitcoin, right? It's evolving. USDT is evolving. Things are just evolving. If Trump talks about tariff, the price just drop or the price just goes up. Can you see how evolving it is based on the fundamental analysis of the market itself, right? So because crypto actually affect the behavior. So when people are holding crypto, how the behavior is affected through the news. Can you see that? When you hear the news, so some of these news are manipulated and so on, okay? So that's why we have to continuously improve, okay? Just take note of that, okay? So that's why what we are doing, I think this week, high likely everything will be done. But while my technical team on the other side is doing the improvement, I am on this side is building a new product. So that's why we have this new product that we're going to launch. So now the algo trading can be taken care by my technical team, and the copy trading can be taken care by myself by me, okay? I will be doing that. So you will mirror my trade, okay? But please understand, okay? The main is still JDXBOT. So you have to be part of JDXBOT, you know, and those who are already in JDXBOT, you don't need to worry because you can be part of the copy trade. But please understand, JDXBOT runs 24/7. I can't do things 24/7, okay? All right, so I only will trade when I see the conditions is right for me to open a trade. So, but what I'm trying to say is this. Imagine, right? If JDXBOT can give you 20 or 30% or even 40% a month, and you have JDX Copy Master give you another 5 or 10% a month, isn't that awesome? Can you see that? So that is how you should be thinking, right? So you are basically finding ways how to improve, how to actually acquire multiple stream of income. Okay, so here we have the infrastructure. I think BitGut has one of the best infrastructure. I love what they have. I've been with them for many, many years. Okay, so we are leveraging. But people ask me why it is now that you are doing the copy master, right? Because now they have improved the infrastructure. And also now I see the need why I need to do this, okay, for the global community. Okay, so this is important. Okay, so I just want to get you guys to understand what we are doing here because this is going to be, I think, might be another phase, okay, for JD Wealth Maker and everyone that is connected. That's why I told you, right? Stay connected, stay honorable. Don't, you know, don't break this connection, okay? Unless otherwise you have other plan and so on. That is up to you. But as I mentioned to you, there are many more great things that is going to take place, okay? So yes, Haruna, please unmute yourself.
Yes, good afternoon from Nigeria.
Yes, yes.
Well
Good day
sir.
to you. Good day.
Can
Go
you hear
ahead.
me very well? Okay, sir. I want to appreciate your effort and I appreciate what you are doing for the masses and the people like us. In fact, though me, I have some challenges along the way, but I thank God for the life. But that didn't withstand. That didn't stop me to connect with you because anytime I'm meeting with you, I feel free. I feel I am alive again. So now that you are introducing another copy trade, I'm very, very happy. You know, the issue of the issue of this our country. Sometimes the dollar to naira is so high that it's not all people that can afford $1,000 or be $500 or $200. You know, is very worrisome, and that's the challenges we are facing in this country. You know, but somebody that you are able to acquit yourself, that you are able to liaise yourself with, you are able to dash yourself into the trading. It's additional kudos to you, and it's additional effort, it's additional income to somebody like us. And we appreciate your effort, and God is going to bless you with your family. We are praying for you every day. I most especially pray for you for every day. And God will bless you, and God will bless us all. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, Haruna. Truly appreciate, you know, that encouragement, you know, and the sharing from your heart. Truly appreciate that. Okay, guys, this is what I've been saying, right? Because we are involved in DeFi, decentralized finance, so we can actually override the centralized finance. Okay, so with the decentralized finance, you can be in any part of the world. You don't really have to worry about the fiat currencies and so on, right? That's why we don't want to depend on the system of this world. Okay, we don't want to depend on just the banking system. I don't believe that the system is built to give freedom to the people. Okay, the system is built to put people into bondage. Can you understand me? So that's the reason why we have to get out of the bondage and find a solution outside of the system. And I think crypto is one of the way, but we need to be smart how we use the crypto space. Okay, that is really important. So that is what we are trying to do at JD Wealth Maker. taking advantage of the infrastructure, of the technology that we have, and what we really know. Okay, this is what I know. Futures trading is what I know. I don't want to do anything else. So if you don't like futures trading, then it's not for you. Okay, so you might have to find someone who's doing the spot trading. Okay, but the thing is that this is what we sell. Okay, this is what we offer, right? So if you go to a shop and that shop offers you a bread and you don't want bread, you want something else, you have to go to another shop. Okay, so we're doing what we are good at. Okay, so that is how it works. Okay, so be there on Thursday, all right, and try to understand how the copy master, okay, JDX Copy Master is actually a copy trading. So that is the brand JDX Copy Master, because if you go to BitGet, you will find JDX Copy Master. But the problem is that it is not available to the public. It is only available to the private group. All right, so you need a link, okay, a link in order for you to join the private group. So you can't go and find me there in BitGet, okay, because I don't do anything to the public because I don't know them. I only want to provide to the people I know, and that is you guys. Okay, so if you are partners, you are connected to me, then I'm going to make this available to you first. So I have 100 slots, okay, 100 slots available. Currently, I think 15 slot is already taken. So we got about 85 slot to go. I think by Thursday, probably 20 slots will be taken. So we will have another 80 slots to go. All right, so we want to provide this to our private partners, because if I open to the public, it will be gone. Okay, we don't want to do that. So the priority is my partners. Okay, so if you are my partners and you want to take advantage of that, what I would advise you guys, make sure you get your BitGet account ready. Okay, get your BitGet account ready. Just transfer about $100 into your spot account. You can start to do your copy trading. Simple as that. No API, nothing. Okay, I will explain to you on Thursday how this whole thing works. Okay, so simple as that. But please understand, okay, I'm not promising you the sky because I'm trading and you're going to do. No, I'm not. I think JDXBOT is still the best. Okay, but I also want to provide something for people who cannot be part of JDXBOT yet. Okay, so they can start with the copy trading first and then slowly move to JDXBOT. Okay, please understand, because sometimes if the JDXBOT is under maintenance, then the JDXBOT users can earn from the copy trading. So that's why I say it's a complementary between the copy trading and the JDXBOT itself. Okay, so just take note of that. Okay, so with that, guys, I would like to say thank you so much for your time. Truly appreciate that. All right, so I will look forward meeting you guys on Thursday. So be there, because I think Thursday I will probably just dedicate that Thursday to explain about JDX Copy Master. Okay, and if there's any other questions, I will try to clarify that. And I think by Thursday, I will give you the step-by-step, how to join the copy trading, right? So do get ready. And if you are already part of JDXBOT, I'm talking about the optimized strategy, okay? If you're already in the optimized strategy, then look forward to receive a private message, okay, in your Telegram directly from me, okay? So this is only for those who are part of the JDXBOT, because I think that's why I told you, right? Might be 20 or 30 spot will be taken already by those already part of the JDXBOT, okay? So I think that will be great, guys. So let's keep the wealth within our partners and within JD Wealth Maker community before we open up to the rest. Okay, so once the 100 slot is taken, then I might consider to increase the slot, and then you guys can probably introduce to the rest and so on. Okay, but I think this is a right timing. All right, I think it's a right timing and a beautiful opportunity. I never want to do this. I never want to do a copy trading, but BitGet has done a changes to how the wallet is managed. So I like that. So because of that, I think it's a right timing, because just about 2 months back, BitGet has actually improved the wallet management. So anyone who is doing the copy trading, your fund will not mix with your spot or futures trading. So it is on the separate management. So that is beautiful. and I like a fund management in that manner, so that JDXBOT, is not affected. Okay, so that is important. Okay, so that is what I really like. So we will do that. Okay, we will try to see in what way I can assist you guys. But please understand, as I mentioned to you, copy trading is manual, so it depends on me. All right, JDXBOT is 100% algorithm, is an API, so I don't really worry much, right? Because that runs 24/7. But JDX Copy Master is manual. Okay, so you will mirror my trade. You may see one trade or two trades and so on, because I have to always protect the user's capital. So I need to make sure, okay, that none of you get liquidated. Okay, that's the most important thing, right? So with that, okay, thank you so much, guys. Do look forward for the Thursday, all right, for the Thursday, and let's have probably 1 hour or so, and let me explain to you how the JDX Copy Master really works, okay? If you are in JDXBOT Facebook, I think I did put up a teaser today. All right, so you might see a banner there, right? I put up a banner giving you some explanation about the features of the copy trading. So do get into the Facebook, okay? JDXBOT Facebook. You can find it there. I think you need to become a member of the group. You need to get me approved before you become part. And sometimes, right, when the profile is locked, I won't approve you, because what is the point of approving people whose profile is locked? Am I right? You don't know them, right? And if you go and check their profile, the profile is locked. Why do you want to friend this kind of people whose profile is locked? What is the reason of you being in the Facebook if your profile is locked, unless you are doing something wrong? All right, so be transparent. Okay, open your profile. My profile is never locked. My profile is open. You can go and see what I say there, what I do there, right? So unless otherwise you are doing something wrong, then your profile is locked. So what is the point of being in the social media and your profile is locked, right? It doesn't make sense, okay? So please, okay, and some people, their profile, they have animal pictures and so on. I don't friend with any animals. I only friend with humans, okay? So if you have animals that I don't know who you are, how can you have a name, okay? And so I don't know, okay? So that's the reason why sometimes I don't approve those people who want to join JDXBOT Facebook, because I am the one who's approving, right? I need to know who are the people coming on board. Okay, so I have to be very careful. Okay, so please understand, we are very selective, not because of anything. It's just because we want to protect our team. If you bring in a wrong person and they start to communicate and start to, do other things with other members, right? I think that is what we want to prevent. Okay, so we have to protect the team, okay, very, very carefully, okay? And another thing, if you are in the crypto, guys, please, okay, don't expose your assets in any social media, and don't ever mention what is your wealth, how, and so on. Don't ever mention, okay? Because there is a lot of cases are going on, okay? Economic situation is too bad, and people are looking at social media, those who are disclosing their, their income, their assets, and so on. Don't ever do that. That's why you don't find me, even sometimes I don't put JDXBOT's performance, nothing. Why? This attracts wrong people sometimes, okay? Wrong people come on board, and then you start to have unnecessary problem, okay? So please be very careful, okay? Be very careful. Make sure things are private, and you choose what to post and what not to post. That's why I don't post about my family, about my children, and so on. Why? Because sometimes things can go wrong. They will look for your family. You understand me? So be very careful, okay? Be very discerning what you are doing, especially when you start to earn more money, because you don't know who is looking for you. The higher you are, the more exposed you are. Okay, so please be very careful. Sometimes it's the friend around you who is actually the one that actually plan everything to put you in that position. So be very careful also with the people around you, unless otherwise they are your partners and you really trust them. Okay, so these are just some advice, okay? Just some advice so that you stay protected, okay? You don't become vulnerable. You are the only one that can open the door for the enemy to come in. Okay, because sometimes, right, when you have a lot of money, you are so happy, right? And you are telling people this and that, you try to do, and please be very, very careful. At the time when you are at the top is the time you have to be more control. Okay, be more control. There are certain things you shouldn't say. There are certain things you shouldn't do. Be more control and be observant around you. Okay, because when people know what you have or what you carry, they come after that. They will find ways. Okay, so be very careful. This is just an advice. Okay, because I've been in the industry for many years. That's why you are hearing a lot of the problem now, right? In Spain, in different countries, where they are looking for those who are holding cryptos and even torturing them. All right, torturing them, try to get the seed phrase, you know, from them so that they can access those assets and so on. So be very careful. All right, be very careful. When you are rich, probably the best thing is to act like a poor man. Okay, never show people that you are really rich. Okay, just be normal. Just be normal. Okay, just be normal. This is the problem with the poor people. When they are poor, they want to be rich. You know, when they are already rich, now they don't want to show off already, right? That's why a lot of rich people are not in the social media. When they are poor, they are in the social media. But when they are rich, they are no more in the social media. You see that? Because they want a private life. So before you want to become famous in the social media, better think twice. Okay? So, all right, guys, that's just an advice because I think that's really important because sometimes we may lose focus, right? We lose focus. We are not discerning. Things can just happen and it can actually rip off everything. You're so happy and the next day you can become so devastated. All right. So please don't allow this kind of things to take place. Okay. Just be very careful. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys. God bless each and every one of you. We will catch up on Thursday. Have a fantastic week ahead. Okay. God bless you. Bye bye.